Good evening, one and all. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. It's Friday, finally, thank God. And we're approaching 8 o'clock. We're going to share the Friday night Friday night ZOE Ragchew here in Hamilton, Ontario, utilizing the VE3 ZOE repeater on 443075. And our host, VE3LBI, Larry, will take over as the clock flips over to 8 p.m. Please stand by.
Good evening, all, and welcome to the Friday Night ZOE Ragchew on 443.075. Has a plus offset and no tone is required. My call sign is Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo, India. My first name is Larry, and I'm located east Hamilton Mountain. It's an open net to join the conversation. Please give us your call sign and your name. Tell us about yourself, equipment, and what you'd like to add to the conversation. And before we start, I'd like to thank Terry, VE3IQL, for uses as a repeater. Also, please remember we have a repeater, very good coverage in Ontario, so no religion, politics, or foul language. And last but not least, please let the repeater drop in between our conversations so that others can get in. Can I get check-ins for Friday Night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, please. VE3LBI.
VA3CJZ.
VE3IQL.
VA3IMW.
Papa Golf.
Echo 3 India Uniform Kilowatt.
Hey, just back up 1 second, please. I got CJZ, IQL, IMW, but I missed one in there before Bill. Please again.
VA3NCA.
And VA3 Whiskey Papa Golf in there too.
Okay, I got all caught up there. All right, anybody else checking in Friday Night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VE3LBI. Okay, first up we have Chuck, VA3, CJZ, VE3LBI. Come on in, Chuck.
VE3LBI, VA3CJZ. Feels weird being number one there, Larry. Beautiful day today, gorgeous day. Managed to give a little haircut to the backyard, and I always feel so proud after when you look at it, nice and neatly trimmed. Yeah, and mind you, it needs a little attention, but there's not an overly large amount of, it's mostly weeds that I have to cut out front. This morning was really good on 40 meters, and last night on 40 meters, I got a couple of handfuls of contacts there. They're only in the States, but, I'll take them when the conditions are good, knock them off one after the other, and same thing this morning. So, other than that, not too much else going on. I'll send it back to you.
Yep, thanks very much, Chuck. Oh, before I forget, thanks, Mac, for live streaming again. Appreciate it on YouTube there. Next, we have the person who owns is at the repeater. How you doing, Terry? VE3IQL, VE3LBI.
Larry, good evening, everybody. Yeah, VE3IQL here. Absolutely no traffic. I just actually rolled back into town and happened to turn on the radio and heard your golden voice, so I thought I'd say hi. And I'm a short timer. I'm not going to stay, but it's nice to have everybody on here. VE3IQL.
Yep, thanks, Terry. Were you camping?
No, we were just up in Peterborough at my wife's mom's place. She has a place outside of Peterborough, about 40 acres. So we were up there looking after the place for a couple of days.
Oh, very nice. Nice to get out of town. Haven't had the opportunity. Too many things on the go. So the wife had her knee replacement, so kind of tied us down for quite a while.
Yeah, that happens, doesn't it? Anyway, yeah, we had a good time up there. It was very pleasant to be out of town, and you're right. It's nice. It's very quiet there. They're out east of Peterborough, east of the Lovelocks there, in the middle of 40 acres. So it's pretty darn pleasant. No traffic. It was great. Anyway, you guys carry on. I'll catch up with everybody later. VA3IMW.
Okay, thanks, Terry. Mac's up next. Mac's got something going on for September if you're interested. I'll bring him in right now if you got a second before you take off. VA3IMW, VE3LBI. Go ahead, Mac.
Good evening, everybody. Special welcome to the founder of the. Anyways, yes, September 21st. That's a Sunday this year. And it's a good chance for our Hamilton POTA group to get together and do a group activation. So Sunday is the favored day, and the park location this time around is going to be Pier 4. So looking forward to getting started around 11 o'clock in the morning. So that's September 21st, Pier 4 Park, and everybody is welcome. So that's the highlight of the information right there, Larry.
Okay, thanks, Mac. I don't know if you caught that, Terry, but just to give you, if you're interested there in September. So, all right, I'll let you go, and I'll say 7-3 for now, VE3LBI.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, it'll be nice. Who knows? We haven't made any plans to get off camping, but yeah, that'll be fun. That's a good spot too. So it should work out well for everybody. Okay, you guys take care. Hi, VE3IQL.
All right, up next, unless you got anything else, Mac. By the way, how was the traffic down?
Well, my back road trip down through Cambridge and Flamborough went seamlessly. So it was just the last few couple of kilometers on the 403. As you get into town, coming in from the Brantford side, usually in the evening it backs up and slows down a little bit. So just took a couple of minutes there, but all in all, I think my regular get home time would have been about the same, other than the fact that I had to stop at the grocery store and pick up some iced tea for the good woman. Other than that, yeah, it's amazing how many times Google Maps saves my bacon when it comes to either a trip up or a trip back. It's nice to also have a group of intending individuals who are looking out for my welfare. So for you and Dave, it's nice to hear from you, to let me know what's in my way. Speaking of which, last night the trip down number 6 highway, Dave was wrong. It wasn't on the northbound side. It was on the southbound, but at least it was short-lived, and we got by it. And nice to say that I've been going up and down the road, and so far unscathed. Maybe I should knock on wood or something like that. Anyways, I'm sure that some other topic will pop up. And just a quick note. I'm thinking if I have the same motivation tomorrow morning as I do right now, I might try to go over and visit Griffin House, but we'll see how that goes. Back to you.
Yep, okay, no problem. I noticed that, I'm not sure what's going on. Ed there, VE3BYT, he kept posting an activation at Bimbrook Conservation Area. First of all, it was on 7100, then he went QRT, then he went to 7000, and then he went QRT. I'm not sure what was going on, but it was kind of interesting. I'm thinking, what's he? I don't know whether it was a gamer or somebody messing around, but anyways, I saw him come up a couple times. So, okay, before I pick up Wade. Is there any other check-in for Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Again, my call sign Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo 8. Come on in. Wade, VA3NCA, VE3LBI. How are you doing and how are you?
VE3LBI, VA3NCA, doing pretty well. It's been a busy week back to work there, so haven't done much except going to work. I was there today to help remove or guide some removal of some air conditioning equipment. The whole thing was it's chilled water air conditioning equipment, so it needs a plumber to disconnect. I'm pretty sure that was in our work order, but when they showed up, they didn't bring any plumbers, and so we looked at the plumbing, and they said, "Hey, we need a plumber." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's kind of why it was in the request." And they said, "But they're going to have the same problem we do about if you undo this, there's going to be water." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's kind of why I thought we needed a plumber." So anyways, we went back and forth on that a few times, and in the end, we made sure that it was all idled down and ready for the plumber, and they're going to have to reschedule, and I'm going to have to go back in at some point, and we'll actually get them decommissioned and moved aside. But anyways, it's not the worst thing that can happen, but I was expecting that floor space to be free after this week, but it's going to take a bit longer. Anyways, the fun of being back at work, I suppose. After work, though, I did get a chance to have a bit of a short bike ride, relatively short, so I got another 40K in today, and that brings me up over 1,500 for the month, so I'm just under 250 to go for my goal. Anyways, I'm here for the duration, and yeah, I'll send it back to you, and we can get through the list there. Larry, VE3LBI, VA3NCA.
Yep, okay, Wade, question for you. What do you guys use for fire retardant in the computer areas?
We actually, unfortunately, had to have two. The reason being kind of funny. When we first did the first computer room reno, we used something called FM200. It's a clean agent, what they call a clean agent. So it's not like the old halon stuff that would suffocate you if you were in the room. This would not be comfortable, but it wouldn't kill you. It operates on sucking the heat out of the fire. The fire triangle has fuel, energy, and oxygen. And so it takes the energy out of it by cooling everything down. So you might get a little frostbitten if you didn't leave the room when the sirens went off. But anyways, it's called FM200, and it's limited supply apparently because one of the only refining or the major refining area is burnt down. So it's kind of funny that a fire suppressant manufacturer supplier had a fire that made it unavailable. So that meant that when we got about a year later around to doing the second room, we had to find an alternative, and so we have something in there called Novec. And Novec is very similar. It acts on the heat of the fire, but it is a different agent. Also, technically not going to kill you like halon, but it's going to be uncomfortable. So the bottom line is, if we ever have an alarm in those rooms, your first order of business is getting out of the room. But anyways, that was a long way to go. We actually have two agents, both clean agents, both act on the heat of the fire. Novec is one, and FM200 is the other. Back to you.
I'm familiar with either one of them. I am familiar with Halon. In the computer room we had out in Burlington, the guy came in to work on the fire system to make sure everything was checked, doing his check and everything, and put it in bypass mode, and whatever he did, he blew the squib, and out came the Halon. Fortunately, we only had one operator in there, and himself, which they both left rather quickly. But it didn't make a mess, but it was kind of like looking at the guy, what did you do to blow the Halon? So basically, it's a small blasting cap that opens up the actual the top of the container.
Yeah, I've never seen ours go off. We had an incident that made it go off, almost go off once, but it's never actually blown. I could imagine it would be pretty spectacular if it did. And Halon, it operates by displacing the oxygen. So you're going to suffocate if you don't get out of that room, and it goes off. So it can be dangerous. These other ones, same thing. They've kind of got a blasting cap on the bottles, and there's a bottle for under the floor and a couple bottles for over the floor, and all of the nozzles just distributed through the whole room. And we had one situation. It was right at the start. Brand new UPS was commissioned, and I guess it was hot off the manufacturing line, and it still had a bit of oil in the 600 volt transformer. And so when they powered it up, and then I guess it was the end of the week, we went away for the weekend. Over the weekend, I guess some of that oil on the transformer kind of burnt off. And it's a two-stage trigger, two different combustion product sensors. So one does ionization and one does particulates. So, smoke particulates and then ionization. I can't remember which one it was, but one of the two tripped, and the alarm went off, and it only takes the second one to trip before the countdown starts, and that thankfully never happened, but that's as close as we got to a release in the computer rooms.
Yeah, one of the biggest things about it too is our hair alarm was under the floor, also above, was blowing the floor tiles out. I think there were 2x2 floor tiles. That was one of the biggest things, and it's also a cloud, so it made it a little rough. But like I said, fortunately, nobody got injured in it.
Yeah, those floor tiles, they're a little heavy too, so if they get blown out, it would make a real mess. And a lot of the structural integrity of the floor comes from a majority of those tiles being in place. So it could be problematic, to say the least, to set those off if it's an accident for sure. Not something I want to witness.
Well, I know a quick story for you. Somebody was replacing some cables in the floor, and they decided to remove a whole roll of floor tiles. And the computer kind of slid into the floor.
Yeah, that's what when we were removing cables, we had to be very careful to do them kind of checkerboard format, just to maintain, little chance of those. Anytime you suspend the floor by a foot off the real floor and then put heavy stuff on top, you got to make sure you can trust that floor design. And one of the things that it does is it gets its lateral support from those floor tiles, so you don't take too many out.
Oh, absolutely, Wade. All right, let's see how Chris is making out here. VA3WPG, VE3LBI. Morning, Chris. How things going?
VA3WPG, good evening, everybody. Well, things are going much better than yesterday. First of all, I'm up for the net yesterday. I somehow slept through yesterday's net. So, running around the band yesterday, I was looking for another net that I could check into, and I happened upon the Scarborough net, and I learned that I could make the Scarborough repeater from here on my X30, let alone the beam. So that made me quite happy. Computer-wise, I've been having some computer issues where my computer died. I got it diagnosed yesterday to where it is the CPU chip that went. So I got a new CPU on order. It's obviously refurbished, but it should be here between the 26th to the 29th, so that's good. That's in order. I made it down to Canada Computers today, got a M2 external enclosure, slapped my drive in there, managed to get all my files off of my desktop that I've been freaking out over. I have all my music, my videos, and everything on a secondary drive, so all that's safe. But there's a whole bunch of stuff that was on my desktop. When you're too lazy to file stuff in this proper drive, you just say save the desktop, I'll file it away later. Well, I was freaking about all that over the past couple days, so got my external enclosure, couldn't figure that out, it wasn't showing up, but I figured all I had to do was assign it a drive letter, so I got all those files back. Got my data files from my password manager. I, however, have a free version of the password manager, which is not letting me restore my files, so I'm going to have to try and overwrite my data files and the app data local roaming or way. It's in there somewhere, I'll find it, but So I have all my passwords except the newer ones that I saved since I built this computer over my new one. So I don't have my Parks on the Air password, don't have my Discord password, but I have my QRZ password. But there's some newer passwords that I'm just in the process of recovering right now. But things are going good, and I'll just drop the repeater for a second. And lastly, to say on my way to Canada Computers today to grab my external enclosure, I broke my rule of not driving on any of the 400s or other highways, but I got lazy today and I went on the Lincoln Alexander there on the way and on the way back, and it actually wasn't as bad as I figured it was, but it's still not something I want to do regularly. And I'm just going to throw a quick shout out to somebody here. I called everywhere from Niagara Falls to Burlington to Oakville, and nobody had any old gear that they could swap out in my motherboard to try and diagnose whether it was the motherboard or the CPU until I found a place at 1660 Upper James Street, unit number 2, called C Computers Inc. or Charlie Computers, and that guy actually had an older CPU kicking around and had my computer diagnosed in less than 10 minutes to tell me whether it was the motherboard or the CPU. So big shout out to C Computers on Upper James. Anyways, that's it for me. Today is much better than yesterday, so good. VA3WPG.
Excellent, Chris. Sounds like you made some headway on stuff. So, wait for the new CPU. How are you making out with the antennas? Everything? I know you were stringing up that what do you call it? The fencing there, chicken wire. How'd you make out with that? You got it all straightened out?
That's all done except for about the last foot. So I'm going to call that 95% done. I just got to move a few things out of the way to get it around the last bend of the balconies. I got a bit lazy there, but yeah, we're pretty much done that too.
You sound like you had not a really good week, but at least you found out what's going on with the computer and you get most of your stuff back up and running. Unfortunately, the other night there, I think it was on Wednesday or whatever, I was unable to hear you. I was out in the garage and that antenna's off below to the ground, not up like the one on the top of the tower here.
And that's what we got relays for.
Exactly, okay. All right, Bill, before I pick you up, anybody else checking into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VE3LBI.
VA3CP.
VE3KDT.
V3 Sierra Mike November. Victor Echo 3, Victor Yankee Tango.
VA3 YBA Mobile. Sorry, the last one, mobile again, please. VA3 YBA Mobile. Yeah, I'm not quite picking it up. VE3, is it Y? Victor Alpha 3 Yankee Bravo Alpha Mobile. Yankee Bravo Alpha Mary. Yep, I'm just trying to catch up. Thanks, Bill. All right, Bill. I think I got everybody here. I think so. I haven't missed anybody. All right, Bill. I guess you're waiting to get your antennas back up. I'll pass it over to you. VE3LUK, VE3LBI.
Yeah, before we go ahead there, you want to pick up the mobile station first?
Yep, we can do that. You're right. I should have done that first. Okay, VE3 VYA. Come on in, VE3LBI Mobile.
Roger, this is VA3YBA, Yankee Bravo Alpha, Eugene. Just driving through Hamilton. Nothing to add, just showing my friends have radio through for my passengers as well. So that's it. I'll see 73. Thanks for having me on the line. Forward.
Yeah, very good. Okay, where's your destination tonight?
We're heading towards Turkey Point to spend the weekend. Over.
Oh, very nice. Well, enjoy the weekend and have fun down there. So at least the weather, I think, is supposed to be not too bad the weekend. I heard possibly a little bit of rain, but we'll have to wait and see what that's like.
fingers crossed. But yeah, thank you for having me, 73, and good night, everyone.
Okay, 73, have a safe trip and enjoy. All right, all the best. Sorry, okay, Bill, you're right. I should have picked him up first. My fault. All right.
Good evening to you, Larry. Good evening to everybody online. Yeah, the deck out back is finally finished, so I can get my antennas back up. It was a full process. What they were doing was they were going to each unit at the back, doing a certain part of the job, moving on to the next one. So it wasn't like they were finishing one at a time. So kind of a weird way to do things, but that's what they were doing. So hopefully I can get somebody to Chris to give me a hand when I've got some time, and I'll get my antennas back up, and we'll be back in good shape. Other than that, Larry, not too much from here. Glad Chris got his computer problem straightened out. Just a suggestion, when you do get your new computer set up, if you reinstall the software, look for a program called Disk Genius. It's free, and it's a good program for doing cloning and imaging. Other than that, Larry, you can't think of anything else. Back to you.
Comment when you're done.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris. What is it? Yeah, let me see here. I come looking at all the runs. VA3WPG, VE3LBI, go ahead.
Yeah, that's exactly how they did our balconies here. Is they didn't do one at a time. They started at the top. They did the 8 floor, 7 floor, 6 floor. Then they went back up and they did the next process. Then they went up and they did the next process. And they did everything one at a time. They didn't do one balcony at a time, then go down. They did everybody's. Took the rails down 8 to 1. Then they started the concrete 8 to 1. So yeah, they did the same thing here. Anyways, yeah, just let me know when you want to do those antennas. It's good to go. We're at the weekend now, so yeah.
Okay, maybe anytime on Sunday. I'm busy tomorrow, but Sunday if you got some time.
Absolutely.
Okay, sounds good. Back to you, Larry.
VA3WPG.
Okay, thanks very much. Here you go, Bill. You're all set. Get everything back up and going again. All right, Dave, VA3CP, VE3LBI. It's been a long day for you. How'd you make out with things?
Yeah, VA3LBI, VA3CP. Good evening, Larry, and everybody else. Yeah, long day. I was up at 6 o'clock this morning. Down to the hospital for 7:30, and I got home about 7 o'clock tonight. So everything is done. I'm back home, and no cast, no splint. I'm able to weight bear as much as pain will allow. Let's put it that way. It'll be a little while before I can actually walk again. VA3LBI, VA3CP.
Did they give you any souvenirs, Dave?
No, I told him I didn't want it.
I wondered. Okay, very good. Yeah, you'll be glad to be home. We get your own bed, too. It'll be probably a short night tonight if you've been up that early.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting a good night's sleep, or a better night's sleep than I had last night.
Did he just give you a local to remove the rod, or was it a general?
A spinal, and then sedation.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wanted them, whatever, local, and I said, I'm not that interested in hearing what's going on, so you better make it a general.
Never heard a thing, Larry. Not a thing.
I wasn't that interested. Had their hands inside me, so I just said, no, give me a general. It'll be fine. Thanks very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I don't do too well with general anesthetics. They make me pretty sick. So, and also there's some plumbing that doesn't work after that for about 24 hours. So I didn't want to.
Yeah, okay. And Wade's asking a question here, although I don't know, he's been tied up, Wade, pretty good. He just said, did you hear anything back from the Hamilton Conservation Authority? He just mentioned it on here on the YouTube stream. And I know you've been busy all day, so I doubt you've had an opportunity.
Nothing today. I did yesterday, thanking me for the update, and there would be, this person would be checking with the park manager to find out what's going on, and I'm hoping that I will get word to the wise. Oh, and she doesn't like wires in the trees either. So anybody activating Hamilton Conservation Authority stuff, just keep that in mind. Maybe handstick or put a vertical on a tripod and just lay your radials on the ground.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of an unusual thing, but all right. I guess each individual to. I don't know if they have a set of rules completely for all the parks, or it's up to the actual park supervisor, superintendent, whatever you want to call them, to call their own shots.
Well, one thing that was mentioned to Edward was that you should call ahead and get permission.
VA3WPG.
Yeah, sounds kind of odd, even with that. So, yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Dundas is the Hamilton Conservation Authority, and they remember me. They welcome me every time I come there. What park is this that Edward was at?
Westfield.
Sorry, which one?
Westfield.
Thank you. Now I know which one to stay away from. Thank you. VA3WPG.
Yeah, question I have, Chris. Do you actually check in with the park superintendent before activating a Dundas?
Well, I just go in there, and if the ladies see me, they say, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
Okay, but she knows what you're doing.
Yeah, they've seen me setting up before. They see me operating, and they came out to let me know, "Hey, we just let you know we're closing in 10 minutes, so if you need to use a washroom, now would be a good time to do it." No, the ladies at Dundas are totally good with it. Strange, the other one would be all like that.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Chris. We'll see what develops out of this. I hope that we just get a Conservation Authority wide ruling that informs all of the superintendents that we're okay to do what we need to do. But I think we may have to tread lightly. All right, back to you, Larry. V3LBI, VA3CP.
Yep. Okay. No problem. Let me see. I'm just reading here. Matt just typed something. I'll pick it up in a second. Noel, VE3KDT, VE3LBI. Come on in, Noel.
VE3LBI, VE3KDT. Good evening, and everyone else on that. Just sitting here. I got the boys for coming up for the whole week, and they're just already unwinding. One's already in bed, and the other one will be joining them there shortly. So want to make sure they're kind of been winding down from their summer holiday kind of timing where they could stay up a little bit later to getting up at the actual usual time because they both have school coming. So, but yeah, that's all I'm really kind of working on right now. Don't have too many plans as far as anything crazy that we're going to be doing. Just kind of hanging out and living life. But that's the update on me. I'll throw it back to you.
Oh, that's good. You got him for the week this week, so that'll be good. And you're right. Yeah, school's coming up. Grandson's going to be going into, I think it's senior kindergarten. He was in junior, so I think he goes into senior kindergarten this year. I think that's what's going on. I don't remember, to be honest with you, but I'm sure I'm positive it's senior kindergarten.
Yeah. No, my oldest is going to be starting grade 2, and the youngest is one of the senior kindergarten ones. He's on a different path, but he's actually been the course that they're kind of doing is getting him up and getting him ready for just the routine of going to school and stuff like that, and it's been a big huge help. He'll still throw a fit when we got to go somewhere, but he'll moan and cry about it while he's still putting his shoes on and doing it anyway. So it's at least he's learned.
Yep, absolutely. So, okay, Noel, thanks. All right, let's pick up Matt next. VE3SMN. Come on in, Noel. VE3LBI. Matt, I'm sorry, VE3LBI.
Good evening. You got a copy on me, Larry? You're Mike November here.
Yep, go ahead. Yeah, we got a copy. Go ahead.
Fantastic. Good evening, everyone on net. Just going to be sort of in and out tonight. Right now, you got me on the portable, halfway between the house and the car. So, anyways, hello to everyone. I'll be here for most of it, and hopefully, if you call me, I'll hear you.
Okay, very good, Matt. Are you heading out for the weekend? Camping?
We're actually going to head out tomorrow morning for a meeting. So I was very excited to be able to check in tonight and be, part of your net for the first time. And, yeah, that's about it. Tomorrow morning we'll head out, but tonight we got to get everything ready and drop my daughter off and her friends at the trampoline park so they can have a little bit of a birthday party for one of their friends. And lots of running around to do.
All right, Matt, no problem. All right, well, you get the stuff ready. We'll carry on here. We got a couple more. Another person in there, too. And I'm actually kind of curious to see what Ed was up to here. So, all right, listen along. We'll probably call you back in a little bit later on when we get closer to the end. All right, Ed, VE3VYT, what were you up to today? VE3LBI. I kept seeing you on 7100, 7000, posted out at Bimber Conservation Area. What was going on, Ed?
Oh, hello, Larry. What was going on? VE3VYT. What was going on was I was having some problems with my radio, and I decided to reset it. And when I reset it, I discovered that I had erased some of the preset messages I had in there. Things like how to activate a park using APRS, for example. So I fought with the radio for a good 45 minutes before I figured out how to do it again. And so I apologize. I had to post some stuff and then I had to unpost it afterwards. So that's kind of what happened, Larry.
I wonder what was going on. I'm sitting out there, I was sitting in the garage, just getting things ready for supper or whatever, and all of a sudden it popped up and it says, you're on 7100. And it came up on my QR, or on my ham alert. He's on 7100. What's he doing there? Then I went QRT. And a little bit later on, it comes up and it says, you're on 7000. I'm going, what is Ed doing? I started, okay, then a little bit later, went QRT. I couldn't figure out what you were up to. I thought maybe somebody was spoofing it.
VA3IUK comment.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, I was just wondering for his radio there, can you not back all those settings? I know it's hindsight's 2020, but cannot those settings be backed up to some kind of external storage?
Yeah, well, good idea, Bill. That's exactly what it is, a good idea. But every time you back something up, you got to remember how to restore it. And so, I didn't think about backing it up, even though I happen to have not a floppy, I got one of those little diskette thingies in the radio here. So I could have backed it up, but no, I didn't. Too many things to remember when you're getting old.
Yeah, Roger. No, that's fine. Just wanted to bring that to your attention anyways. Thanks, Larry.
Yeah, I got that little disc thing in the ICOM as well, and I don't really use it too much. Yeah, but so anyhow, I couldn't get the syntax right, so I think I spent like 20 minutes trying to get the stupid thing to send, and it wouldn't send. Eventually, I looked it up, and then I decided to try it via my smartphone. I got that to post, so then I went back to hacking on the radio for another while until I finally got it to send a message by APRS to that AP spot. So now I'm cool because all I have to do is go back and edit the message every time I change a part.
That's how we learn. Anyways, thanks a lot. Back to you, Larry.
Yeah, one of those afterthoughts, Ed. Geez, I should have backed that up, but I didn't, and now I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, the SD card. I use mine on the 7300 all the time. If I make a modification to my 7300, I back it up and I date it so that I can always go back. And restoring back to that without it on the 7300 is a piece of cake. You just do the restore, and it just says, okay, power the radio off and power it back up. And the old those settings are back into it from where you took the backup. It works quite well.
Yeah, so that was the EAC VHF UHF radio. Let's see here. A nice week, reasonable weather most of the time, and I managed to get out and what was it I did? I think I did activated 4 parks, 5 activations out of 4 parks. That's what happened this week. So it was a nice time out there. I think I went out to Mississauga Way, and I went out to that Westfield, Meadowvale. Oh, I made Area 8 in Halton conservation area. That was a very nice spot. Nice wide open flat spaces, no trees, pretty little lake at the bottom. But it's only open till August the 31st, I understand, from the park ranger that came to visit me. So it was a good time.
The lady at the Westfield there, she let you finish your activation?
I was actually finished by when she arrived. Had I got down 5 minutes sooner, I probably would have missed her.
One of those, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, let's see what comes out of it. Like I say, Dave's the contact point for that stuff. Cause he started, talking to them earlier, and we had problems before. Well, Vanya and Dave and I had problems also. But I don't know. Like I say, it's too bad they don't have a, I guess you want to call it a code of conduct or whatever for the parks. And it's too bad we don't have something official from the Hamilton Conservation Authority saying that it's okay. I mean, we're not doing anything, and I don't know about putting a stake in the ground. I can't really see how that's going to hurt anything. I mean, Vanya ran into one with him with you're going to bother the birds. It's like, what? So I'm not sure how a stake in the ground is going to do any damage.
Well, I've heard that once before, actually. That Erkless Museum, or Erkless House there, the Oakville Museum. And the lady came out, and she was very nice, and we talked quite a bit, and I gave her a tour and handed her a weight pamphlet, which was very handy. But then she was concerned about my putting the posts in the ground, and I said, those being the Home Depot driveway markers and things like that, she goes, this is a museum, and there could be artifacts in the ground. And I'm kind of like, okay, well, how deep are these artifacts? And she goes, well, they could be 2-3 feet down. And I'm going, you're only going down like 4 inches with these things. So when she realized that, she had less of an issue with it. And of course, she was concerned about safety for passersby. So I had orange cones, and I put them all over the place, and that satisfied her. And so it went on like that until she had no more objections, and then she just kind of went back to her office, and that was it. I haven't seen her since.
Well, anyways, it's unfortunate it happened to you, but like I said, Dave and I ran into a problem, whatever, a couple, 3 years ago, the same thing up here on the mountain with somebody that came in and was all worried about, and I mean, we were off so far off into the side of the place, nobody could get through there anyways, with all falling down. These big, that's what I couldn't understand, these had these creeping high stone boulders there, and the things are like, I don't know, maybe 3 feet, 3.5 feet tall. The kid fell off of there, I think he'd be responsible for it. Yeah, here we are, we're way at one end, but nobody can get around and down that way. And he was all kind of like a little bit belligerent in the fact that we had this wire up there. Somebody could get hurt. Like, okay. Anyways, we cleaned up and we left. It was fine. There was no argument or nothing. And we weren't, miserable towards him. And he basically understood, and that was it.
Well, I think I got the people at Halton trained up now, the Halton Conservation Area. Given out at least a dozen pamphlets to people. Generally, they come over and they want to know what I'm doing. And when I say amateur radio, they say, okay, well, have a good time, carry on. So they're not really a problem. Plus, the guys and ladies at Halton, they tend to show up wearing a uniform and a badge. It usually says what does it say again? It says resource and risk management on the shoulder patch. And I guess I just checking their logbook, putting me in the logbook, and that's about it. They never have any issue with doing amateur radio.
Yeah, okay, very good, Ed. All right. Okay, anything else before I do a shout out here? Anything else, Ed, before I give a shout out again? Anything else?
No, that's about it. Had a great week. Back to you, Larry.
Yeah, sound like you did. All right, anybody else checking into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? My call sign, Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo, and you come on in, please.
VA3IMW.
how are you? Did you work today?
Oh, I'm good, Larry. Yeah, I did work today. I was off at 6 o'clock. So, I had some bacon and eggs for supper. And, turned on the radio about 20 minutes ago. So I've been listening ever since. And good evening to everybody that's on net here. The time is at 1:45, another 15 minutes or so to go. Yeah, that's about it, Larry. I'm off this weekend, just chilling, seeing what I can get done around the house since it's cool out. And that's about it. Back to you.
Okay, very good. You haven't heard Mark for a while, VA3IMW. What's he been up to? You haven't heard him at all.
Last I heard him, I don't know if he was. No, I wasn't on this Wednesday on Chuck's Net. I forget when I heard him on there. I forget. It was less than a week ago. I think he checked in on the live stream on Max Simplex Net. That would have been yesterday, Thursday. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. He worked today too, so he's probably at home. I don't know. Maybe he's listening. Give him a call there, Larry. See if he responds.
He's also on the live stream tonight, VA3IMW.
Oh, okay. Pardon me. I missed that one. Sorry about that. Yep, there he is way up there. I missed it up here. Yeah, Mark, VA3IMW, just a YouTube check-in to me tonight evening. Oh, okay. All right, Mark. Well, if you're listening, I got it now. I missed it on the YouTube stream here. Thanks, Mac. All right. Anything else, Steve, before I check in and see if anybody else wants to check in?
No, that's all I got for now there, Larry. Thanks for doing the net. VA3IMW.
Yep. Okay, very good, Steve. Anybody else checking into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VA3LBI.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot Portable. Good evening, Larry.
I think that was David in there, right?
Vern?
I'm not picking the call sign up very good. Is that Dave? Coming in, Dave?
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Fox. Vern, Larry.
That's better. You came in clear that time. I couldn't pick the whole call sign up. That's why I wasn't sure, Vern. Okay, come on in, Vern.
Hey, Larry, thanks for doing the net. Just out for a walk. Temperature's 23. I tell you what, I'm enjoying the cooler weather. I don't know if we've turned a corner or not, but it's pretty nice now. Back to you, Larry.
Yeah, the wife and the dog just came in a few minutes ago, Vern. I looked and she closed up the garage for me, too. So I don't have to rush out and do that. I'm always worried about some critter getting inside the garage while I'm out get downstairs here. I normally close it up around 8:30, but she's already got it done for me.
Yeah, that's good. You don't want to get into the garage. I actually saw an opossum walking through our neighborhood the other day, and I'm like, I would not want one of those in my garage.
No, we had, when we had the other dog, we had a skunk that was probably 3 feet away from our dog. The other dog was very docile, just didn't bother too much with things, and kind of got up and looked at it, and the skunk got startled, but fortunately the dog never got sprayed. Actually sprayed more of the garage on the outside than it did the dog.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I remember my mom once, her car got sprayed by a skunk, and it just took forever to get rid of that smell. She tried literally everything.
Well, when we first moved in here, we had one crawl up underneath the hood. Didn't know it was there. We were heading out to, I think, Caledonia or something, and I guess it was a little bit too warm for it. So, yeah, it was a little rough trying to get that smell out of underneath the hood. I have no idea where the skunk went. All I know was up inside there somewhere, but it had left when we got overheated with the vehicle.
Yeah, some critters definitely need to just stay outdoors, Larry. That's for sure. Anyway, Larry, I appreciate you picking me up. I know I'm in here late, but I'll be around for the duration. Just heading out now for a bit of a walk. VA3CRF.
All right, very good. Thanks, Frank. Yeah, you're coming in a lot clearer now. I can make out everything you're saying. So, all right, what time we got here? About almost 10-2. All right, let's run back down the list, see what he's going to add, and we'll do a 7-3 round. VA3, CJZ. Anything else to add?
VA3, CJZ. Good evening, Vern. And yeah, you're not the only one. We have, I don't know if it's because I take care of our yard really well in this neighborhood, but we get all the animals here at night. Raccoons. We have a skunk that's got a double white stripe that keeps coming by. We have cats. We have, you name it, raccoons and possum. Not too often with the possum, though, but the raccoons and the skunk are pretty much every night going through here. And I noticed a couple of holes in my grass, so I'm not too impressed. But they're just looking for food, right? So, and other than that, I'm surprised nobody mentioned power loss. Today we lost power twice. Once around 3:20-ish in the afternoon, and the other time was just before 7 p.m. Funny thing is, it only went out for 2 minutes, and both times. So I'm wondering if they're just switching a system over, and they just needed to shut down quickly and do their thing, and then turn the switch back on. So I wonder if this is the only area that got hit. Back to you, Larry.
No power pops up here. Do you put bird seed out, Chuck, on the backyard?
No, because I noticed we have a neighbor that feeds, there's table straps. They put a pile out in the backyard. They think they're feeding the animals, but they're attracting rodents. And we've had issues with rodents underneath our deck here in the past, and the bird food just feeds them. So no more of that stuff.
Yeah, we did the same thing. We stopped. I feel like the bird's coming around, but I don't know. Maybe I should put it out front, put a bird feeder out front. I got lots of seed left, but I won't put it in the backyard anymore because you're right. It seems to attract more of the skunks than anything else. I haven't seen a coon around for quite a while, and fortunately, I haven't seen a knock on the hardwood. Haven't seen a skunk in the backyard. Mind you, I usually take the dog out at 10:30 on a lead and make sure all the lights are on in the backyard before I let him off before he does his business, because I just don't want to spend the time out there trying to give him a scrub.
Yeah, I hear you. I was just going to say, try using borax, but I don't know if that'd be good for him. Yeah, the only bird feeder I have, Larry, now I've done I do this suet, the little square cake there that goes into the cage, and that's it for as far as feeding the birds.
Yep, I used to do that in the wintertime, but the tree's gone now, so. Okay, Chuck, let me pass her down. I think Terry is gone, but I'll give her a show. VA3IMW, VA3LBI. Anything else to add, Terry? Nope, he said he was going to go 7-3. Matt, you're up. VA3IMW, VA3LBI.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised nobody said anything about band conditions, because 40 meters was exemplary. I was poking around on 40 meters before the net started, and I think at very least half a dozen brand new parks throughout Ohio, Indiana, New York State, I guess. Did not venture down to 20 meters because time just wasn't on my side, and it was kind of nice to poke around on 40, and everybody was cordial. Jason, let's see, November 4 Alpha Lima, something like that, has been working a bunch of upstate Michigan parks that seldom, if ever, get activated. So it's been nice to follow him around for a couple of days, and add to the hunter log. But yeah, just before I drop and pass it on to the next guy, perhaps Dave can give me a confirmation that Griffin House is just a single entity. There's no intersecting parks or trails. Dave, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I haven't played any radio today at all. We went out to Cranston's this morning and picked up some corn. And I came back and I decided that the grass needed to be trimmed in the backyard. Yesterday I cut yesterday I cut the grass in the backyard. And in the front yard I cut all the weeds. Because they had a tree here many years ago. And I think it took all of these nutrients out of the soil. So the grass is terrible out there. We get a lot of weeds and it's hard to keep it under control.
Yes, and of course, the weeds find a unique way of surviving the worst of the season. I think it's mostly because of the tap root, so they can dig down deeper and suck more moisture out from lower portions of the soil. But the grass, the nice green stuff that you want to keep and protect, usually those are the first to go dormant because their roots spread laterally rather than really, really deep into the ground. Yeah, when you get that first burst of rainfall and the lawns start to wake up, it's going to be the weeds that are going to be the tallest, standing straight and tall, way above all the rest of the grass. Anyways, I guess VA3CP is probably on to other things. Perhaps testing out his new strengths and abilities. Oh, all right. So I'm going to proceed with the understanding that Griffin House is a single entity, not an ENFR. Thanks much, Larry, and we'll see how things go tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, you're a yapper. What are you even talking about?
Okay, next, VA3NCA, VE3LBI. We'll see if Dave is back in. Go ahead, Wade. Anything else before the net?
VA3LBI, VA3NCA. Just let Mac there know that I believe that Griffin House is a threefer. I believe it's a threefer with Dundas Valley Conservation and with Niagara Biosphere. When I activated it, I called it a threefer anyway. So if it isn't, I'd like to know, but I'm pretty sure, actually. I'm about to just review the maps, but as far as I can tell, yeah, Niagara Biosphere, what's that? Sorry, bear with me. Charlie Alpha 0063 and DVCA Charlie Alpha 5359. But other than that, there, Larry, thanks for running it. I'll send it back to you, VA3NCA, back to next roll.
I was doing.
Okay, Chris, VA3WPG, VE3LBI. We're just doing anything else. We'll do a 7-3 right after this, Chris. Anything else to add to that? Go ahead.
Oh, for this round, I switched up to high power. Yeah, I forgot to mention, after I bought the used CPU, the one that burned out is actually still under RMA, so if anything happens again, I'm going to have 2 CPUs, and this time I will have my spare part. And as Mac mentioned, apparently 40 meters was good. I haven't been on HF since my thing burned out, so I'm warming up my HF right now, and after this net, I myself will be poking around on some HF and seeing what we can do. Other than that, we'll be standing by for the 73 round, VA3WPG.
Yep. Okay, thanks, Chris. Bill, VE3UK, VE3LBI. Anything else to add before we do a 7-3 round, Bill? Come on in.
No, nothing else that I can think of, Larry.
Yep. Okay, very good. VA3CP, VE3LBI. You still with us, Dave?
Yes, I am. I'm just going to say 73 right now, and just check me off as out of the net. Little painful here. V3LBI, VA3CP, 73 all.
Yep. Okay, before you go, Griffin House is a threefer?
What was the other one? What was the third? Is Griffin House? Oh, Dundas Rami, and yeah, I think Biosphere is in there too. I think you're right.
Okay, Max, thinking about doing it. Have a good night. Get some rest. I don't know if you got pain pills or not, but look after yourself. And we'll probably talk to you sometime tomorrow. 7-3.
Cheers, all.
Okay, Noel, VE3KDT. We're just doing a kind of run down the list here, and we'll do a 7-3 after. Anything else to add, Noel?
No, nothing to add there. Hang on. Here for the 3.
Okay, very good. Now we're going to try Matt here. Matt, anything else to add before we do a 7-3? VE3SMN, VE3LBI.
No, nothing to add for now, Larry. Just happy to be part of the show tonight.
Okay, very good. VE3LBI, anything else to add before we do a 7-3 round?
No, just having a good time in the park here. Hope everybody has a nice weekend. Back to you, Larry.
Very good, Ed. Steve, anything else? VA3NFT, VE3LBI before we do a 7-3.
Shut the fuck up, stinky fart.
That'd be it there, Larry. Surprised that we're still in the park there. Still activated?
You got anyone out there?
Here at a park bench.
Yeah, okay, roger that. Okay, very good. No, that's all I got, Larry. V3LBI, VA3NFT. Thanks for doing that, bud.
VLBI, anyone there?
VE3LBI, anything else to add, Vern, before we do a 7-3?
Nothing else to add, Larry. I'll be around for 73, VA3CRF.
Okay, anybody else got anything to add? We're at 9 o'clock before I wrap it up. Anything else to add to the conversation or anything else before I do a 7-3? VE3LBI.
I actually do have a thing to add.
VA3, CJ, we're doing a 7-3 round. Come on in.
VA3 CJZ, another good net there, Larry. Thanks for doing it, as always. And remember, everyone, we can open up the windows tonight and let some cool air in to sleep with. I know I always sleep better with some fresh air blowing in. Good luck on HF. I think we're all going to jump on 40 meters. I know I am too. Thanks again, and Dave, I hope you feel better soon, pain-wise, and then, of course, getting used to it being gone. VA3 CJZ.
VE3LBI, doing a 7-3 round, Mac.
Very good. Thanks much, Larry. Certainly appreciate you running the Friday night Ragchew. A good chance to unload at the end of the week. Anyways, I'll be monitoring this one passively, and much like everybody else, we'll be poking around on 40 meters.
Yep, okay, no problem. Wade, you're up. VA3NCA, VE3LBI, doing a 7-3 round, Wade.
V3LBI, VA3NCA. Yeah, thanks for doing it. I kind of thought last round was a 7-3, but that's right. That's all right. I'll give my 7-3s twice here. Dave, hope you're feeling better. Hope this is the start of improvement there, and feel better there. And yeah, I'm just confirming with Mac there. It is a 3-fer, verified that it's in a natural area in the Niagara biosphere, and it's also on DVCA land. So mark that down as a 3-fer. Anyways, thanks for doing it again there, Larry. 7-3 to all, and Fog VA3NCA back to net control.
Shut the fuck off.
VE3THR, VE3JLN are up on 7264. The park doing an activation, so if anybody's interested. Okay, next up, VA3WPG, VE3LBI, Chris, we're doing a 7-3 round.
VA3WPG,
Full power. Everybody going to be on 40. I will be checking single sideband on 40, as well as fax machine mode on 40, 17, and 20, because I've been having a lot of fun on 17 meters on fax lately. It's been good. All right, 73, VA3WPG, on to the next.
All right, very good, Chris. Bill, we're doing a 7-3 round, VE3UK.
Yep, good night, everybody. Thanks a lot for doing it, Larry. I'll be monitoring for a while.
Dave. Bill. And Dave has done a 7-3. VE3 KDT, no, we're doing a 7-3 round. VE3 LBI.
Take it, take it.
Yeah, thanks for doing that again. I gotta go start the tour of Dragon 2, but yeah.
Okay, very good, Noel. You're a little bit low that time. Not quite as loud as normal, but I think everything's okay. Matt, we're doing a 7-3 round. VE3 SMN, VE3 LBI, just doing a 7-3.
Shut the fuck up.
Right on, Larry. Thank you for having me as part of your net tonight. I've been looking forward to checking in with you for a long time. 7-3, everyone. Have a great evening. Enjoy this nice, cool weather this evening, and be safe. 7-3 all.
Answer two. Which one?
VE3 VYT, VE3 LBI, doing a 7-3 round.
Okay, thanks, Larry. Yeah, Chuck had a great idea there. Shut off the air conditioning and open the windows. That's what I plan to do the minute I get home. And then jumping in the park here and being in my location on APRS for the heck of it. And I'm heading home soon. So thanks for doing the net. 73.
Take it. Fucking take it. Get a real job. NFG, VE3 LBI. VA3 NFT, VE3 LBI, doing a 7-3 round, Steve.
Yeah, very good. Okay, yeah, good net there, Larry, as always, and we'll look forward to next week's net. 7-3 to all, and we will catch up with you next time. VA3 NFT.
Please on me.
Okay, Steve, no problem. Burn, we're doing a 7-3 round. VA3 CRF, VE3 LBI.
Sounds good, Larry. Thanks for doing the net. Hope you got a good coffee on me. And hope to talk to you again next week. Take care, everybody. VA3 CRF 73.
Very good. Yes, for afternoon. Target for CRF.
Once again, we do this every Friday night. Let me drop the repeater for a second. There we go. That's better. All right, we do this every Friday night just for fun at the end of the week there. So I'd like to thank Terry, VE3IQL, for use as a repeater. And he did check in with us tonight, which is kind of nice. And once again, you guys make the net. I just write down the call signs and the names. You guys put the conversation, and that's all together so we can have a decent metal net. Anyways, I'd like to say 7-3, everybody. And we turn the repeater back over to normal use, or normal abuse, as they say.
Goddamn. You goddamn piece of shit. McCoy, are you a white supremacist? McCoy, I'm a real white supremacist. You don't got shit on me. Man, I got what you're whiting me. Chuck, I know you hear me. Let's have a barbecue, buddy.
Okay, thanks for the update.
Over.
Chuck, you. Chuck, don't 73 us. Hey boys, I don't know what you guys saw, but I can talk still. Mac, where are you? I want to keep talking. This is VA3, Charlie Alpha Romeo. Anyone here?